Well, we have already seen how to create and configure an auto-scaling group. Now, let's see what else we can do here. So, the real power of auto-scaling is in automatic scaling using scaling policies, but also it is possible to manually scale in or out. Manual scaling consists of manually changing the group size by influencing the desired capacity. This can be useful in situations where you do not need automatic scaling or when you want to keep the capacity at a fixed number of instances. So, let's try to manually scale this auto-scaling group we created earlier. Here we have 2 instances running, with a desired capacity of 2, minimum capacity of 2, and maximum of 4. To scale manually, we select the auto-scaling group, and here below in the Details tab, I click on Edit. Here we are going to do a horizontal scaling, that is, we will increase the number of instances. This can be done by updating the desired capacity. Remember, the desired capacity simply means how many instances do you want to have running at any given time. We already have 2 instances running. Let's make it 3 now. The desired capacity must be between the minimum and maximum group size. I will click on Update. Once updated, if I go to the Activity tab and refresh after a few seconds, we can see that a new instance is in the process of launching. If I refresh up here in Auto Scaling Group, notice now that the desired capacity is 3 EC2 instances. Let's go to instances on the left side. Now we notice that we have 3 running EC2 instances. Now, let's verify that the newly created EC2 instance has been added to the load balancer. I select it. I go to Listeners and Rules. I go to the target group. And down here, we see the 3 EC2 instances, all of them in service. Now, I'm going to go to Load Balancers. Select it, copy the DNS name of the load balancer, and open that URL in another tab. We can see the web page being served from an instance. If I refresh the browser constantly, it now starts showing the 3 EC2 hosts or instances serving my web page. Going back to the AWS console, let's try a scaling. From the left side, I go into Auto Scaling Group. Select it. Edit down here. I'll set the desired capacity as 1. And I'll also change the minimum capacity to 1 because the desired capacity cannot be less than the minimum capacity. And I'll click Update. And immediately the desired capacity and minimum capacity values have been updated. Let's go to the Activity History tab. Refresh. And now we can see that 2 EC2 instances are being terminated. Now, note that when a scaling activity occurs, the auto-scaling group will wait for the duration of the connection drain or empty interval before terminating the instance. This setting is defined at the target group level. So, if we go to Target Groups, select it, go to the Attributes tab, and here we can see the drain interval. In this case, it is set to 300 seconds. So, based on this setting, an escalation activity has to wait 300 seconds before terminating the instance. So, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to edit this value and set it to 5 seconds so that we see the changes immediately. Already with this, if I go to Instances and refresh, we can see that 2 EC2 instances are terminating or are in the process of being terminated. This means that now only 1 EC2 instance serves my t-shirt website. So, this is how it scales horizontally manually.